I'm terrified of eating now. I'm also terrified to not eat. I think we need to work on it together. Can you do that with me? I began pleading. I know we just found each other again, but I need you here on this earth. I can't lose you again. I don't know if I can fight anymore. You can. I promise you can. I'm here with you. Okay, she said almost silently. Don't fight the feeding tube, I begged. Let's just change the subject, she said suddenly, then smiled. Tell me about Brooke. I remember her, but you guys got much closer after I moved. When is she coming to visit? Hopefully soon, but I told you about Reagan last night, right? Ooh, juicy. Yeah. I just talked to my mom. She said Reagan wants to come visit me. She wants to apologize. What are you going to do if she shows up here? She asked, rolling her eyes. Kick her out, I replied. Well, maybe just let her talk. She may surprise you. I don't know. Girls, it's way past lights out. Time for bed. Nurse Ritchie came in and turned off our lights. We both laughed as I walked to my bed, using the light from the hallway to guide me. I tossed and turned for the first part of the night. My stomach felt so full that it hurt. It was the first day I had eaten 3 meals and 3 snacks in a long time. I wanted it out of my stomach. I couldn't purge. The nurse's station was right outside of my room. The thought of going into the stairwell to throw up sounded good to me, but I fought the urge. It was too late. Nothing was happening in the hallway, and there was no way I could get there without anyone noticing anyway. I just had to deal with it. I tried curling up in the fetal position to cradle my stomach. That just made my stomach pouch out, which made me feel fat. I tried lying flat, but the fullness was overwhelming. Finally, at some point in the night, I fell asleep. I dreamt of Marco and our kiss in the creek. Water rushed around us, threatening to carry me away, but I felt safe wrapped in his arms as he held me tight. The water was rising up to our necks, rushing harder, more pressure. He bent down to kiss me on the lips when the water rushed over our heads. I got colder and colder until the water covered us completely. We stayed there kissing, not moving, not swimming, not floating, just drowning as we kissed. Suddenly, he disappeared. It was only me in the creek, fighting for air. The sound of the water was so loud, it filled my ears with sounds of terror as I fought. The water rushing in and out of my ears began to sound like screaming and yelling. Soon it didn't sound like water at all. It was just humans screaming and beeping. Lots of beeping. I just kept trying to swim against the current, but it kept dragging me back down. I couldn't breathe. The beeping became louder. The screaming. Clear. 1, 2, 3. Over and over again. I began to stir out of my dream. I woke with a deep breath and sat up immediately. My room was full of people. Doctors and nurses. They all surrounded Aaron, yelling directions over and over again. I jumped out of bed and stood there frozen in my nightclothes. No! My eyes exploded into tears. I knelt down on the ground. This time, I knew exactly what was happening. 2 nurses ran to pick me up. They walked me out of the room, but the whole time my head was turned toward Aaron, watching. What's happening? I screamed. What's happening? Over and over again, but I knew.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.